still loading. Fine now. Wait, why is my... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's okay. For a second I... Well, just weird. Maybe my PC was like kinda lagging because the game was loading. Like when the first time you launch the game, it's kinda like lagging for a second because everything's loading in. Yeah, but I thought my OBS wasn't... sensitive enough to my mic. Look, so this is the like crossed off botched. Reed must be furious. And we have to return to him. See, like now when I kind of think about it, we should have stolen the power from them. I think first, and you know, after stealing that thing I found in their factory, that would be the right time to go back to the... But let's see what they have to say, if they are gonna even talk. Who knows? Like, I don't think my reputation with them is like hostile immediately, is it? They're not shooting at me immediately. I actually never checked the reputation tab. There is one, right? Character, reputation, neutral. Secondary, Spacer's choice and Revering. Look at this. Maxed. Deserters. And primary, look at those. Interesting, so many factions. Oh, positive. Look at this, like I'm still revering with them. You are friendly to this faction. Vendor price are reduced by 25%. And we just got this negative 16%. Interesting. Nothing happened yet. Maybe it's gonna happen after we talk to him. Well, I mean, they still have power right now. Hey.
Power's gone. Law knows how long. Looking to get drunk?
Here we go. We can't trade with her now? Oh, like chatting.
Go ahead.
Oh. What's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not trying to judge you, I'm just curious.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share.
I think I was too low.
My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2
Persuade
generations,
before.
and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
Perception. So you had a dream of being scientist. What happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming. I woke up.
Yeah, that's a
I just
terrible
didn't have the brains
attitude.
for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live.
Ask too many questions as
Now
a
that I'm behind a
scientist?
bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing 0G?
Asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientists ask too many. What I'm saying.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that I am grateful.
Sounds more like brainwashed. Been scrubbing dishes all your life?
What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves.
I think I talked
Glasses don't
about
fill
this to her
themselves either.
already.
Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out.
Byzantium. Probably we can go there. Like a location. Sounds like Spacer's Choice took care of you.
They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This
It's
is where I
interesting we
belong.
can't trade with her when the power is down. Thanks for the story.
Not so fast. I told you about my life.
Oh,
Your
God.
turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story?
Tell the truth? You wouldn't believe if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
Gonna probably get angry. I'm the last survivor of the colony ship Hope. Everyone else is frozen. I'm an alien spirit of pure aether, inhabiting a human body to learn about your kind.
Ah, I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you.
Yep.
I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
So we can't even trade. Interesting. It's cool that everyone is... Oh, that's the... Oh, that's... Oh, the shop is closed. That's the shopkeeper.
Power's out, but I can't just leave my goods unattended. Don't suppose you'd care to do business?
Oh, this game is so good. Oh, we can trade with him?
Music to my ears.
Oh, we can't trade with her. That's weird. Oh, look at this. He only has 3 items now? Oh, maybe they give you like a final opportunity to buy something like that. This is a... Maxwell, this is a... like a legendary weapon. Can still buy food. Shock damage, that's an interesting mod, but it's super expensive. For some reasons you think this hammer should be silver. Maxwell. I think that's like a Fallout follow-up. I'm not gonna buy this. Too expensive. Well, it's interesting, like the power is down everywhere. I kinda want to talk to everyone before I keep moving on.
I can't possibly cut anyone's hair in the dark.
Bro, this game is the attention to detail. So good. Oh. Not even stealing. You want to talk to me?
Just as I was on the mend, the cannery had to go and shut down.
It's cool. Everyone has to say something about... She's gone too. Oh.
How am I supposed to file a report with the power dead?
Good thing I finished all the side quests before doing this. So they don't know yet. That's why I'm friendly with the town. They have no idea. I have to talk to the guy. And he probably expects already what happened. Oh shit. Oh. Before we even do anything, we'll just save the game. If I was meant to fight like a full town of people, what weapon would I use? Machine gun or the plasma rifle? Probably both. Both would be the right answer.
What are we supposed to do now? Exercise patience and contemplate the scriptures.
Hey.
Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be expecting you. He's inside.
Ooh. Expecting me. Oh, we can't use the elevator? It's inside. Where would he be? This way? I guess we go here. Oh, where the power is, of course. Of course, because we have to take it too. That's right. Oh, there we
You want
go.
to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters: plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
Oh, he's not immediately like... There's no guards next to him even. Hmm. It's not personal. I need your power regulator.
That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Intimidate 30. Call off your guards. I don't want them bleeding all over my power regulator.
All right, easy now. Let's not do
Before?
anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be.
God damn! We avoided slaughter.
Stand down, all of you. We're done here.
Wow. What a bitch though, like... One guy fucked up his entire town and he's just calling off guards. I mean, at the same time, it's kinda like, you know... You don't want your people to die, but... Hey... We got it, boys and girls. And everyone's leaving. I love how they have the helmets look like they have those little like paper hats people in like burger places would wear, or just like in you know small restaurants or whatever, diners probably I should say in America. The design of the helmet, I like that. Wow, so look at this. Oh, journal. Look at this. They're not even like the entire town is not hostile or anything. I think that would change if I didn't, you know, like, sorry, convince his men to stand down. I think if I started killing everyone, then, you know, it would go down. I wonder what's gonna happen next. Like, there is a possibility we live this place forever, but like, if you can come back here, is this town gonna be just the same, or are the people gonna start going to the other place? Return to your ship, but I need hostiles. Huh? What do you mean hostiles? I want to go there and talk to them. Like after all, they should say something. Okay.
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
Happens now.
Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
You don't sound too pleased.
I don't look forward to turning folk away. Camp's gotta stay pure, though. Can't have corporate loyalists mixing
it.
with us.
She
no
doesn't
matter
even
how
want to accept
desperate they
anyone.
may be.
What a fucking bitch.
I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
I mean, I don't do this for you. I'm trying to repair a ship, yes, but between your camp and Reed's Cannery, yours is better way of life. That's kinda true. I didn't do this for you. I'm trying to repair a ship.
Well, I have got nothing against a little good old-fashioned pragmatism. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
Can't even take anything from her. Immediately thinks it's stealing. Way to say thank you.
Hey there.
So many gun parts, weapon parts. I should probably start selling everything. That's like even 25. Yeah, I'm gonna sell those. Okay. Go back to the ship. Wonder what's the lady that's still filing a report say. No, she's not here anymore.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just
We were
so
here
handsome.
before, but I
Does she have
guess.
a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Wait, what? She wants to leave? Also, like, this was kinda random that she said that now, not first time we got to the ship, but she said that now because of the choice we've made and, you know. So that was kinda awkward, but still fine. Those deserters left Edgewater behind, nothing keeping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But
Oh,
can I come with
there we
you?
go.
I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing.
Wait, we were
And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Someone else wanted to go with us, the pastor, I think? I'm glad you have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. I got a captain.
I like her. See, now though, do I have to go to the guy and tell him? Okay, let's do a hard save. Because I don't want to, like, you know, I don't think the game's gonna do that, but I don't want to enter the ship and suddenly we can't go back and there's a guy that said he's gonna come with us. Oh, he's here. Yeah, see, this was...
I certainly am
I was
looking
talking about.
forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Okay.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Okay.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Probably, yes, I'm an engineer. Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our
Great.
engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Hey, we have a fucking ship. Let's go. Or I should say a working ship. I don't think you need 20 engineering to do this, but pick with Ada. I like that you can reset your points here. Where is the cabin? So okay. Oh, he didn't go far. Oh, they didn't pick the rooms yet. I guess it's gonna happen after I finish this part. That's maybe why he's standing still. Kinda awkward though.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's go out. Let's go out of here. Space, here we come. Nice. I feel like this is just like a tiny snippet of the game, and I've been doing this for so long. Excited.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
I still don't know if I can trust this guy. It's like... We'll see. Can't I land somewhere outside Stellar Bay?
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Kelly.
I wonder if I can still do it. What's stopping me from just leaving Halcyon altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the hope.
You said something about needing a nav key to land on Monarch.
Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kilkelly.
Right, the black marketeer.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
Fine, I go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Okay. You want to explain what a holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
You mentioned this thing has limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely.
Okay.
Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Okay. Why do I need a gadget for this? Couldn't I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
How the hell does a hologram sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how.
People will actually fall for this? Seems far-fetched.
The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
I'll put it to good use, thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
See, this is like the entire game. All you do is just like trusting the scientist, but like we don't even know him. He just woke us up from this coma and that's it. So yeah, let's get the shroud first. That's cool. We can actually open this? Okay. Oh, Edgewater. Wait, what? Edgewater landing? We are in space. What do you mean?
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
I wonder if you can have like a ship, like your entire crew, full of companions, and just pick whoever you want to take with you for adventures, and there's a limit to this. That would be extremely cool. That you collect people, you know, more and more, but you don't have to like just tell them, okay, I don't want you anymore, I want someone else. You can just keep them on your ship and the entire crew stays there. I wonder if that's how it is. That would be extremely cool. Time you move along, Pervar. Oh. Break time's over. What do you think of the ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
That's the ship computer. It's not intelligent, but it does a good imitation.
So you're gonna call her it, not she?
Oh
Though my
god.
voice is currently pitched to suggest female, I possess no gender. Any pronoun preferred by the user is acceptable.
Oh my god.
Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
Do you think is this safe to fly now that we got the regulator?
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Did you learn your trade from your father? It sounds like it when you talk to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
But you actually are good at this and you enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
Do you like the classes?
Oh, there were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches. Then there'd be quizzes on company regulations for storage and maintenance of wrenches.
What did you do in your time off?
As soon as I got permission, I spent all my time in the machine shop. They had all manner of parts, but they didn't want me using them, so I had to sneak them sometimes. I even slept in there. Had a hammock tied up in the rafters. Before I left, I installed a little skylight for myself, so I could see the stars.
Built anything fun?
When an engine came in, I'd strip it down and rebuild it. I mostly built for myself. Custom tools, Little mechanical critters to talk to. When my roommates tried to talk, I'd get so nervous I'd be drenched in sweat. It was easier for everybody when I stayed off on my own.
Feels bad, man.
I doubt any of them remember me now.
After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Did you get much time with him after you get back from school?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh.
Oof.
Look at the time.
Too real.
Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Too real. I think it's time you move along. Break time's over. Does that option mean like I don't want her on my ship, or? Oh god. We have one bathroom and it's fucking leaking all over the place. That's great. Those are open now. Look at this. There's 5 of them. Sam? Kick me, examine. Created for a prank, Sam wrote this sign for a week before Ada noticed and pointed it out. The jail janitorial unit. Who placed it on the unit, however, remains a mystery. Ask Ada about Sam. Okay, interesting. Oh, that's her room, probably. Examine. Full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger. Take the light ammo. Examine. First wrench Dad ever gave me. He's been a friend ever since. A stern older man with warm eyes, probably that. This book is heavily geared with doodles in the margins. It's not a petunia the plant. I'm not gonna take the small items, like whatever. Can stay there for immersion. This room is empty for someone. This is his room, so let's go there next. Oh, what doesn't kill you gives you tetanus. Old saber. So the items I keep finding, I am placing here, and this is gonna be someone's room too. It's kinda interesting that you put those items there before they even move in. We don't even know who's gonna live there. Damn. These notebooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have come loose and glue now, yellowed and cracked along the spines. The scribbling on these journals pages are utterly illegible to anyone except Vicar Maximilian de Soto. Oh, smells suspiciously like iceberg aged whiskey. Anointment vial. That's the vial I found. Possible trading cards in mint condition. Possible to put down.
As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
An idea where we can find someone who speaks French in this colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Sounds like a good lead, but how do we find him?
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Okay. How is it that simple Vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Okay. How will a crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Sounds good, let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Really now? Well.
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
Oh, so we can just kick them out. I'd like to know something about you. About those I'm flying with. Sorry.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud when you became a vicar at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
How's this plan you keep talking about?
The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is a part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
I think I'm done with him. Oh yeah, there should be Captain's place somewhere, right? Oh, she's here now? Fixing shit? Where is my room? Here? Salmon. So like the spores of the poof ball cast on the wind and a lightning. On first soil we put down the new roots of the light. Entry saber. Bed. Bin. Transfer. We have a fucking bank. Epic shroud. Oh, we need projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridges for that area. Damn. Terminal. Messages for Alex Hawthorne. Winky face. Holy shit. Man's wingman? God. Jesus. Logs. Rink ray. Powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. In the grey hair, if the grey hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe, or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Power. Hammer's power. Black market leads. Search term SAM. First SAM result. Yeah, the SAM is the robot. Wonder if that's a companion or what. I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of acid steeper I can, or Filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Rosway. I sure never thought I would go back to the pit. You'd think Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop back to Emerald Valley. Vale? Vale, I think. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Ah. Weapons from the void. Oh, we leveled up too. So now I can, well, we're gonna be tech skills, lockpicking, stealth. So this we have to keep on us. I can hide here. Tech skills. Yeah, I'm gonna wear keep those on me. I can hide this because I'm using. I can hide this for now too. I like this pistol, it's fun. Light machine gun. Gave her the heavy one. Oh yeah, we have to upgrade the heavy one. We can sell that shit. I know about the pistol. Keep it in my inventory. Like the setup I have right now is pretty. Guess we can leave those there. It would be cool if you could like mod your weapons on the ship, having mods in here, but I don't think that's gonna be a thing. I can just keep the mods on me. Wow, what the fuck? Really? I'm still that heavy? Really? I mean, I have a lot of junk. But not heavy junk. Oh, I guess the apples and shit, of course, yeah. Okay, 1 second first, so we can level up. We got to 40s in here, we have a 40s in here. Medical, I don't really care that much. Lockpicking, hacking and sneaking, I think we have to just go all out here. Sure. We have a perk to get now too. +5 base armor. Extra XP from companion heroes is kinda cool. Vendor prices. This lasts longer. I think like slow down world is nice. Walk speed. Kinda nice. Sprinting faster, so I can just like if something's. I don't know if that's gonna be useful on this difficulty, but like I could just sprint away when something's chasing me, turn around and shoot. Companion's crit chance is very nice. Precision. Like we still have to take 2 from this before we can go to tier 2. I would probably take the companion crits and maybe the tactical. Emulation meter max? I know about vendor prices. 20% is nice and all. Am I gonna be really like... I'm assuming this is oh, vendor prices. Are they gonna be buying stuff from me for more too? Let's get like more tactical time dilation. Maybe the... Yeah, slow down the world. Look at this, he's a companion now too, Vicar Max. God. Still more. Bullshit, what? What's left? Oh, stealth, of course. Look at this. Shotgun, telescoping stuff. He has a perk to spend too. Perk point. Increase your hack skill when Max is in party. Probably shouldn't like health is nice and all, but I think I want those skills from them. Dialogue combat effect duration. Dialogue combat? I'm gonna go for this. Better hacking. Hell yeah. Yes, too bad I didn't. Get more engineering from her, I gave her more health, but no. Whatever. I mean, those apples have some weight on them, but it's not like critical weight, it's like around 10 kilos. Why am I so heavy? Still. This has no weight. Odds? Definitely put the melee mods in here. Just have to remember that I have them. I don't have new weapons, so I'm not gonna be modding right now. So let's just put all the mods in here. And we're gonna keep coming back. When I have no mods on me, I'm gonna remember that those mods are here. You know what's funny? That like, the moment the game came out for like the... Like 2 days before the game came out for everyone and like streamers and like all content creators of all sorts could like review the game. I saw like a highlight somewhere, like an article or whatever. I didn't even click it, but the title said like it was like some, I don't know, IGN or whatever, and it said like there is no bank or like you know special stash in Outer Worlds. You're gonna have to keep hiding your stuff in lockers around the world, and like in actual game you can't hide anything in the lockers, and there is a stash. So yikes. Gaming journalism, am I right? The guy just played the game for like he just reached the first time and wrote the article, I bet. That's all. He didn't even leave the first place, so he didn't know that there is one on your ship later on. I mean, 100 out of 1. Why is it 150 even? Normally it should be 160, I think it was. I wonder what's so extremely heavy. You have some junk and like... This is like 10 to... I'm gonna keep the food on me. I'm not gonna like hide any food in here. We can just always sell it or just eat it and or throw it out. Quests. So we have 2 companion quests. Locate a security terminal on the Groundbreaker. Find an acid steeper. So this is a companion quest. So I've bet this robot on the ship we can repair it, and it's gonna be a companion, Sam. Cool. This is the Hawthorne weapons. Acquire the science weapon on Groundbreaker. Acquire Finis science weapon. And the main one. God is in Groundbreaker. So basically everything is on Groundbreaker for now. Look at this! Groundbreaker, Terra 2, Panis Lab, Typhon, Hephaestus, something's there, Scylla, Tartarus, Eridanos, Monarch, Olympus. Wait, so we can just go there? Like Scylla? Asteroids orbiting Scylla. Look at this. We can actually like... Some of those are out of our reach, but we can go to some of them, like Monarch. Warning, dangerous. Cascadia landing pad. I mean, most of my stuff is in Groundbreaker, so... We can go to the doctor's lab too. Try it out. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you might have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked. Though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
I wonder if it's like Fallout 1 and 2 style, where you go from one place to another and you can get attacked or something. Party selection, look at this. Free. Wow, there's six companions here to select, so I kind of think it's the way I told you it could be, and it would be cool that you can have like all 6 of those people on your ship as a crew, and you just pick the 2 you want to take with you out of the ship, and everyone else is just like staying there and waiting for you on the ship. Yeah, so let's take both of them. Actually, should probably give him a better weapon, right? Like I left everything here.
You might want to consider changing your clothes more often.
Rude. Also, yeah, I wanted to upgrade the gun I gave her, right? Because cheap for the first levels. He said he's better with melee weapons, but like I still want to give him something. I could give him the light machine gun she was used to. Like he's gonna have a light machine gun, she's gonna have a heavy machine gun. I'm surprised they didn't like give the limits of what kind of weapon you can give to someone for them to use. I could give him this too. It's gonna be doing less damage, but it's gonna be a... It's a shock weapon, so... At the same time I could just like add shock to this gun. That I could do too. I can just like make one gun plasma type and the other one like electric type, and just they're gonna be still shooting those guns, dealing that type of damage. I have plasma. Where is the other one? Mag size. Oh, shock. I could make that machine gun a shock one. Yeah, because you can add to the magazine here. I can do the same for the other girl. Do this. This does more damage, but it's obviously like... Try this out. There. It has the heavy machine gun. Modify. It has the heavy machine gun. Install mod. Make it a plasma gun. Or a shock gun. Goes into plasma and those target. So it's a stun, I think, the shock and the plasma. So now this is a shock gun for her. 230. Oh, it's a level 7 shotgun. Ah. And 7 shoved off. Oh, I can get one of the helmets out of the... Wait, do I have only one helmet on me, or did I store one? Distance, far, weapons. Aggressive. Trick shot. Knockdown. Target takes increased plasma, shock, corrosion, and ray damage. Wait, so do I have to... Does he have to use a shotgun for that? The hammer creating a blast wave that shocks enemies and starts automatic os. Keep mixed on her then. Now on this difficulty we don't care if they get knocked, they can't die forever, like on Supernova. And he's gonna stay range. So I guess he has to use a shotgun? For this? But she would have to use a hammer. Is this okay? The shock stick? I can give her the hammer in a second. So. Also, I wonder how that works. If she has to use a hammer for this one, and if he has to use a... Because so far she wasn't doing it, but I also had her on ranged. Still says that she does less ranged. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that. I guess I'm gonna let him use the shotgun. Also, like, can we mod with the mods we have? No, we need mods on me right now, so... Give him a helmet. Or just take the mods, whatever. .238. What was his shotgun? I think it was better. No, it's not better. This one is level 7. Took something that I didn't want to take, this one. But I would rather... I would rather make him... use a machine gun, I guess. Range damage 19 times 12. See, I don't know if like it would make sense that they would have to use the first gun they joined me with, but I don't know if he has to use shotguns, for example, and if she has to use hammers. I don't know if that's how it works. Melee damage is pretty good on him too. Oh, range them at 19. So he does suck with that gun. But it says 19, but like it's 19 damage, but DPS is for 320, so let but okay, I'm gonna give him the shotgun just to be like whatever. And this one. Why not? I'm just gonna keep this on him. Far ranged aggressive. Far mixed aggressive. Stays with this. And her hammer we can modify. To pick it up. I hate that it's not E to just, you know. I'm just gonna store it because it's his or whatever. His gun too. Then we can sell. Okay. This. I like the music. I'm still carrying a lot, like damn. Guess right now it's mods and good. I wish I could like, you know, mod in here with my mods in my stash. Out running. So modify. She's using the impact hammer now. Mod. Power attack. Have only one plasma or power. I don't know if she's gonna do a power attack or not. Mr. Power Plasma. Plasma one. And heavy machine gun. Oh, you can add a fucking barrel mod to critical damage. Firing noise. Sometimes barrel critical damage. I can make it so companions crit more often, so crit damage. It's a good gun too. I can use it eventually if I'm gonna take it from her. This shotgun has on him right now. And more ammo, it's whatever. Damage type we can change. And make it plasma. Critical hit damage. Critical damage. Sure. They have modified weapons too now. I'm not gonna even modify the melee weapon I have on me, whatever. Weapon spread. Yeah, sure. And down, we can break down this. Can sell those. Last thing, Tinker. Should probably wear like my shit that makes me a better engineer, right? Tech skills. Guess now it's gonna be cheaper. Tinker. like, yeah, this is 31. 5, 20, 18. Oh, it's 13. All reliable. 700, but we... And now it's maxed. Same. Okay, okay, I want to have some cash. I'll spend everything. Repair. Nothing really needs repairing. We're good on those. Leave the mods. Gonna always do the same shit. Until I learn. Ammo doesn't wait, right? Probably like fucking... Those apples are fucking 10 kilos, so... Eventually, shit gets too heavy. Time to stop. Like, I'm not even using most. I started using the ones that give you stats for like hacking and shit, but... Personality attributes. I mean, I could use that when I want to sell shit. Yes. About to sell stuff. Why is it like... Oh yeah, I still have the mods. Now you're talking. Better. We still have junk on me. Keep the rest. Now we have to change the... Uses apples. So. Want to use... That was the natural health. Now we have... Actually takes one slot. Saved. Manual save. Let's go to the professor, let's see. Never touch this, no. Rocks. Look at this. That's super cool. They are not like invisible wall. You can just go. There is some places out of reach, and they, you know, make sense.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud.
They tell you just need like codes to land, and you know they're not gonna let you. But there's already like multiple locations I can go to, and they are not just holding my hand. That's extremely cool.
You're an artist, Captain.
of stuff. Examine. Check immediately before signing merchandise. I have no idea what you need all those damn things for, but suppliers hiking up prices. Expect more increases in the future. Before you ask, there is no rebate for order in bulk. Next delivery in 4 weeks, unless I hear otherwise in free, you hear? You end up with pigs stacked to the rafters again. It's not my fucking problem. Looked into the flux thing, but no hits yet. Sent along the greeting card from our dear auntie. Don't tell me what you want it for. Don't want to know. Lilia. My dearest pain in the ass, as requested another load of cyst pigs. Supplier gave me a bit of hassle. I reminded him that cysts can't breathe, they can only be made with that weird gas the lab coats use. He still raised the prices. Pass it along to your buyer, I guess. You ever going to come visit? Got a nice bottle of 43 set aside for you. Your most favored perk provisioner, Aline. Wait, so is this for the doctor? Is he ordering pigs? Made sure your latest batch of bottled meat didn't get eaten on the way, and killed a pack of rats to do it. Usually charge a supply. Your supplier wasn't happy with one. Might want to have a frank discussion with him. Okay. Suspicious about all these items you claim to need for off-world buyers. You're setting up a farm of your own, aren't you? Breeding stock. The king won't have it. The king. Okay. Someone's not happy. The pig king. This one. Can we go?
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
That's really cool. I can just... Oh, I can hear the pigs. Right under me? No. How come? Wipe feet. I thought I could wipe feet, but it was just close. What the hell is going on here?
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Monitoring? Any chance you could repair that monitoring device?
The one I gave you before your pod landed? Ruined beyond repair. Impossible to find replacement parts. That's Halcyon Manufacturing for you. Don't worry about it. I'm reasonably certain you're not going to spontaneously expire. No need to monitor your recovery.
Okay. That reminds me, I appreciate you pulling me out of the hope.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
See, like... in this game so far, everyone we've met, like... they were not just like black and white characters with clear motives. It was always like grayish, right? People always wanted something for themselves, and like I don't know if this guy is just genuinely like, you know, a good guy, or is he just hiding stuff. It's kind of like obvious, like he would be hiding something, but he just, I don't know. I don't know if I can fully trust him.
Of course. What's on your mind?
There is some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
That's all you need, just coffee beans and toilet paper. I feel you, but... Like, see, so far, each time we met this guy, he never even was, like, in front of us. There's always some barrier between us. Like, you know, he never exposed himself to us. Also, maybe I'm probably thinking too much into it, but, like, if he designed, and he said it's only one of a kind, the camouflage device, what if this guy is not really like an old man? He's just staying away from us, you know, behind the glass because he has the camouflage on him. That would be an extremely huge plot twist. I'm probably thinking too much into it, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing. Like, this guy, he has some hidden motives, I think. He's not just like, oh, I've set you free because I want you to really help everyone that was frozen there. He's just saying that to, like, you know, keep us going, but maybe he wants something out of it. Got a moment to talk?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
More? Like, why would he always, like, stay away from us? Like, behind the glass here and stuff? Have you met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Relax, they're with me.
Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular.
Look at this. He's like even, you know, thanks to our stats. He knows I'm a scientist too. You're right, I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Yes, indeed, well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress.
Progress.
What's on your mind?
I'll be back. Hibernation helmet?
Ah, your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Wait, was he using the pigs to learn how to de-hibernate before he got me out? Is that what's happening here? Reminder, still need to mop up pig. Need to get a view into a cranium, see what's going on with neurons. Oops, hand slipped. Likely effects? Nothing important. May have numbness in left heel. Who even needs that? Looking at sample, evidence of hyperactive production of dopamine. Feel ridiculous. Telling mostly frozen slab of meat. You are doing fine, Aldar. Practicing beside manner important aids recovery. Curious about the... world moving in slow motion. See, this is what happens to us. Would everyone from Hope have this sort of brain damage, or is it peculiar to Aldar? Can wait to awaken more from Hope, study in detail. Is it even right to call this effect brain damage? Seems like enhancement to me. Who wouldn't want on-call hyper-fast cognitive response? Am I envious? To expand the span of breath to an eternity, to be able just for a moment to perceive the world in all its infinite detail, core temp up, still stable, no sign of cell waste decayed. Yes, I believe I do envy you, Aldar. You spent over 4 decades in space with nothing but the technology of this little chamber keeping you alive. The rest of your fellow colonists are still trapped in similar chambers waiting for you to restore them.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
28%, huh? Bubbles. Maybe I can put those posters in my ship. Reminder, obscure body in this SK system. That's really cool, you have the location like this. Maybe you have to, like, you know, do something later on. Oh, shrink ray! Science weapons. Science weapons are unique weapons that have strange and powerful effects. Science weapon damage and the strength of their effects both increase as your science skill is increased. Truck engineers ensure our bottom line and first rates are sky high.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
I tried on, I feel bad for the pig, but... Tech skills, 6 armor. Wait, so like, no, it's not worth upgrading something like that. It's a cool helmet though. Hibernation helmets like this one have not been seen in Halcyon since the first colonies arrived on the Groundbreaker. Look at this, handguns. Huh. But like, so I wonder if it says that like science skill makes it so I deal more damage with those kind of weapons, but it's a handgun, so I guess handgun skill is increasing it too. Created by Dr. Phineas Wells, this handheld device is capable of shrinking any living being it is fired at. On the bottom of the grip, Dr. Wells has personally signed the weapon and optimistically numbered it 001. Oh, so it uses energy ammo too. Reminder 14, remember in this time absolutely vital 14 14 14. Proofs. Sealed. Yeah, this is fishy that he doesn't want to, like, you know, stand face to face with us. Reminder, mop up melted pig. I feel like this story with this old scientist is more complicated than we think. Yeah, pocket watch. There's definitely more into it. Maybe he's not like evil or anything, but there is definitely stuff we don't know yet. Messages. Fuck. Page Blythe. I worked it out, explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce, need your help. All necessary materials should be presented in Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped a new associate Third side Terra 2 near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust in them only about 23.7% at present. They're recovering a ship. Should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get this. Eager to be done. P. A message?
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Oh, I thought there was more. Experimental notes. Oh my god, there's gonna be a lot of reading here. Bad news. Cell def at very respectable 6%. Difficulty to acquire. Limited blah blah blah. Lightly produced by Auntie Cleo. Recently discounted due to severe adverse reaction. So he's been testing it on the pigs, that we know. Oh, that's Bubbles, giving an animal a name, establishes report and creates a positive emotional bond, allegedly. Improves flavor of tumors, must look into that. Excellent creatures, cysty pigs. Don't know how people used to survive without these genetic wonders of porcine succulent. Slaughtering a pig for meat instead of harvesting tumors that ripen naturally, falling off the flesh like mock apples off a tree. Seems the height of barbarity. Truly a miracle of modern science. So he does like try to get that pig king or whoever it is out of business. Personal files. Fuck. I've produced the service of one Captain Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I hope he didn't name his ship after the quality of his services. I'll be sending my new accomplice down to Hawthorne via escape pod, and as soon as the revival process is complete. Hawthorne should make for an agreeable companion, or at least an acceptable chaperone. Low willing, he isn't a total buffoon. I think that's it. I could probably kill Babus, he would say something about that, but I'm not gonna. Huh? Look at this. I bet we're gonna have to give him something later on if something like that here. Interesting, he doesn't want to like let us in. Huh? Yes, shrink ray is this. You have so much ammo. I wonder if 1000 is max that you can have on you. That would suck. See, I'm gonna miss out on ammo. Well, we're good to go, I guess. Good thing I came here for the shrink ray. That makes me kinda want to, like, you know, go to different planets and, like, stars first before we go where we have to go for the main quest. So, journal, quest type. I got the science weapon. Oh, there's one on Groundbreaker, so that's like the same. This is Groundbreaker 2. Groundbreaker. Roseway. Was it? That's not marked, I guess. So we go to Groundbreaker.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
I love it. Space travel and stuff. What, is Groundbreaker just a ship? Oh, that's a Groundbreaker then. It's a ship. Oh god.
Can we talk?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Okay. This place is a dump. What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean.
Sure.
I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
No. At times I kind of wish I could, like, you know, mod my machine gun, but to be honest, like, nothing's gonna do as much damage as this one. Like, it's kind of crazy, you know, it's a fucking 743 DPS. It like shreds through ammo, but I have so much ammo it doesn't matter. So far I like this setup, and like I don't want to spend all my cash at once, but I'm gonna be slowly upgrading those. Oh, silver tongue kit. Nice, we got another one of those. I'm gonna store those mods.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
I remember this time to R. I can keep it as a memento. Wait, so lockpick? Actually, I'm gonna have it on me. So we have a tech set and lockpicking set. That's great. So those, see, like, finding the clothes that have no armor but they have like some skills and they have like they weight 1 are nice to have because, you know, you can keep them. They are actually worth those like cloth items because you can just carry them around and put them on when you want to do some actions, not fighting. Just this in here. We have one light machine gun here. Yes, 100% one I can keep for now in here. One we can take with us. I'll sell that shit. I think that's it. I think we are ready to go. He's ranged, far aggressive. It's now mixed. Also like... But I guess she's ranged, so I don't know. Could go medium. Like, he should probably be medium too, to be honest. He doesn't have a heavy armor, but he has a shotguns. I guess keep them at medium and we'll see what happens. And let's go. And this game, it takes a lot of time to, like, you know, change all your shit, and I really like it. So it's like super immersive. You live in the world. Yep. We definitely can have Sam eventually, the robot, if we fix it. There's still 3 more different companions. Cool. 6 in total, I guess. Of course, stealing. I didn't expect this to be like just a ship.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to ground.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
For the first time, someone interrupted another person. They never, like, overlapped dialogue.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Hey.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
It looks like a companion. I noticed you were in the middle of argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
Almost like you wanted to get arrested.
Yeah, because I knocked my foreman out with a tossball stick. But, to be fair, I wasn't the one who started it. The guy was insulting my Rizzo's Rangers. Look, if it's a crime to defend your favorite tossball team against slander and calumny, well then lock me right up.
Okay, so then what exactly did you do?
Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
That's when you resolved your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
I'm telling you, he's definitely a companion. Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
You're in a hurry, you get somewhere?
Oh, not at all. Just, you know, gonna figure out what to do next.
And before he tries... Boss? And before he tries to steal my ship. Okay, you are way too close to me each time, like, it's kinda creepy.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Leader needs to process you. Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
Mechanicals all over. They still got us sweating to move boxes.
Automatic pistol.
Yeah, I've done work for Sublight. Need to pay the bills somehow. We move cargo 16 hours a day, and half of us still can't afford a bed.
You'll learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you looking close at their cargo.
Oh, the game auto-saved? What the...
If you're not crew, you're little people.
Restricted access. Could go up the ladder. Oh, there's some... Oh, look at this. For various crimes and violation of port policy, including any or all of the following. Sedition, forgery, conspiracy, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed, god damn it, unlicensed medical practice, destruction of board property. It's getting late.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild at him.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
It's the same stuff, right? Oh, someone else. Dead or alive, Captain Gunnar McReed. For several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Sanita if you have any information concerning McReed's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of skill required to collect reward. Have some of the...
Customs and inspection, right this way!
And I want to... Before I go through this... What is this? Oh, this leads somewhere. Oh, can you just skip customs? Oh!
You're hurt!
Flaw tutorial. I gained a flaw by doing that? During your adventure, this may happen to your character that you can trigger a flaw or offer. Taking a flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. Choice is yours. Your legs have been damaged too many times, and your movement speed has now been permanently lower. No, you're unable. Oh, no, no, no. Movement speed minus 30. No, reject. No, hell no, that's a terrible one. Oh, wow, she goes down the ladder. That would be a terrible one, like holy shit, never. Look at this. Secret, secret, secret. That's a lot of stuff. And more. What? They actually... Holy... What the? Obsidian, what are you doing? Security blade. Protective clothing with safety harness. Bro, this game is just next level. They didn't even teleport, they just jumped the gaps. Guy died here. Now I have to go back safely. What is this? Armored ballistics. Dialogue skills. Oh, because... Tech kit. Tech skills. And volume of footsteps, radius of footsteps. That's our sneaking gear. Look at the bonuses already without even like using anything on those. We can keep this on me for like dialogue whenever we need dialogue shit. Actually, it has tech skills plus 5 too. So like, I could just leave this at my place and carry this around. It has tech skills and dialogue skill. That's a good piece of gear, if like, you know. If I wanted to keep upgrading this, but I'm like more of a heavy guy right now. It has really good mods and stuff. of the flaws, probably. Flaw tutorial, yeah. Now, I'm just hoping I am not gonna fall, because I want to go through customs first. I don't want them to get angry at me. And we're good. As long as I'm on the ship, I should probably... Well, we have dialogue skills actually here. Leadership skills too. Yeah, the 5 dialogue skill is not like important right now. Tech skills. Hey.
Identification, please.
Present Hawthorne's ID.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Whoa.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Yeah. An idea why was my ship impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
I'll talk to him.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Our shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery.
Oh,
I don't know
SAM
much
units.
else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Maybe I can like get the part I need for the SAM unit in my ship. I'm looking for someone named Gladys. Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
How does Halcyon Holdings work anyway?
Are you pulling my leg?
I just want to hear your take on it.
Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
The board runs most of the system, don't they?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
So there's actually a boardroom somewhere with all of these company heads in it?
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
Ah. That could happen later on. How does Groundbreaker fit into that?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
Got it.
Glad to help.
Something a little more local? What do you know about sublight salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
Hagen. Didn't think there were many independent operators in the
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
I'm looking for something a little more local.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
How about something long term?
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
That's all I need to know about work.
All right.
What can you tell me about Udom Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
There is tension between Groundboard and the board.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Why can't Groundbreaker and the board just work together?
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
I'm glad it terrifies them.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
And that was kind of weird. Like, usually it's super cool that the NPCs, like when some of your companions say something, or they like look their way and talk to them. But like he kind of looked like to his side and he's behind the glass. It was kind of awkward, but usually it works fine and it's very immersive too. Thanks for the info.
Thing.
I'm looking for someone named Gladys.
Offense. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
I'm looking for a drink.
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Okay, got it.
You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
Oh, thanks, dude. See you around.
Be seeing you.
He's nice. I still can't hear, right? He's just guarding this place. She patrols. She's not always there. Just like that other guy is not facing my way, but
Now keep quiet.
Why are they marked? Restricted area. Post-mortem fines will be paid by closest living relative. Like, I want to close this, but you know. ID cartridge. You have found an ID cartridge to use the holographic shroud. Oh, automatically shrouded? What was that sound? Did someone see me? Has activated, giving you temporary access to this restricted area. Moving drains the shroud's energy. When it runs out, personnel will see the talked your way out of the interrogation to reset your shroud. It will get harder to talk your way out when out the more you are interrogated. Oh, it was just the sound of. Are there people? Okay, there's people next to us.
Nicely done.
Looking sharp.
Hello, I'm just a fellow dude working here. Nothing to see here. Yeah. See ya. Close the door behind you, yeah. Oh. The wind is super strong. The door just locked on its own. Nice. That's super cool, the shroud mechanic. But you need to get that card first, so... Security plane. Tactical shotgun level 8. Got it to level. Oh, so we just got 2 security cards, that's it. I have a lot of quests here. Acid steeper, empty man. I have like multiple quests on this ship, so let's go.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
I'm interested in that McReed bounty. Where can I find him?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
Back base. I'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head. Or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill.
Lucky lighter.
I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
A lucky lighter. Probably we can get it without killing him or something. Maybe we can even talk our way out of fighting him. What bounties do you have available?
Still waiting to hear back on that bounty for McRed. That aside, not much else. Groundbreaker's keeping calm at the moment.
I couldn't help but notice the bounty posting on Phineas Wells.
The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it.
I bet you can like rat him out. That's probably one of the the endings of the game, or big part of the game, that you can rat him out. Is this Wallace fellow a famous criminal or something?
To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get
they
their
hate
unders
him,
in
the
a
board.
wad. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him. We keep the poster up to keep the peace is all.
Like, there is some more story behind this for sure. So what it's like working security detail on spaceship station.
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Yeah, fine. I'm just trying to make a conversation.
I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving before I see you moved.
But some are dead.
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker.
She's
Started
like, good
back
moving.
before the
And then we
crossing,
talk
you know.
again. Why am I dead and not guard or officer?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
I'll be on my way.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
I could use some work and pointers.
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister?
Nice. Chief Tennyson?
Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
What's she like? Is she a good boss?
Good as she can be, I guess. What with all the troubles Groundbreaker's facing. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. But she tries her best to do right by folks, and that's what matters.
Do we want to be like jealous? Before I could ask her if she wanted to join her or something. Maybe it is a thing. Maybe she wants to leave us, our group. Why would you want to know that?
No reason. Don't you trouble yourself over it, Captain.
That was very convincing, miss. I think your captain almost bought it.
Don't hassle my crew, kid. Get him out of here. Leading a ship of size of a Groundbreaker must be a challenge.
Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real competent, our chief, even if she ain't real friendly.
Get back there? Getting my bearings, what do you do here?
This is the security desk, sir. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
Or contraband. I think I already stole most of it. Why can't you take incident reports?
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
Try to get seized contraband from all over the system locked up back there.
Sure, and stuff from outside the system too, off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardettes on duty here.
I wonder if I got like all of this stuff or if there is more, because I already snuck up in there and stole shit from the other side. What if some of that contraband's mine and I'm here to claim it?
That'd be awful weird. On account of you should be locked up back here too then.
Do you do like tours or something?
We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sanita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something.
Persuade. We are friends, right, Lee? Do me a favor, I'll owe you one. You can bribe too.
All right, I guess.
We are
in
friends?
Out, though.
We just met.
Try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
Oh shit.
What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
I'm just alone inside?
They're run by Miss Hagen.
Can I ask
Half the
this one more
tramp
question?
captains and contractors in the system have worked for her. I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the jobs they do aren't exactly above board. Downright anti-business, if you catch my meaning.
Fine.
Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing, and somebody else had such a thing, but they weren't inclined to sell. Now let's say the one who had the thing suddenly found theirs missing, and the one who needed got one. If anyone asks, Sublight says it got salvaged from an old wreck. Case closed.
They're criminals.
If anybody could prove them criminals, the board would have put their foot down a long time past. They always got, what do they call it? Deniability? Something gets nicked or someone turns up dead, Sublight says, hey, independent contractor, not our responsibility. But everyone knows what they're doing, top to bottom.
They're working against the Halcyon board?
Against is a strong word. Let's say that if you need something the board ain't inclined to sell, you might look to Sublight to get it. You might pay Sublight a shitload of bits for it, but that money gets passed on to their contractors, so in the end, it's still business.
You must admit, there is a beauty to the order of it. Everything operates within the constraints of the Grand Plan, even organized crime.
Sure.
People do what they gotta to get by.
Right.
Oh, sure, sorry. Gets a mite boring at this desk, you know. Then I get to chatting too much and Commandant Sanita's gotta reprimand me again and... Oops, doing it again. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Captain's real understanding.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their pointless, depressing lives.
The fuck?
Awful generous of you, listening to me like this.
Sure. Second.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew I mean, the Scholar shipped in and out with.
That's why we want to get in here. He's letting us in.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch. Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
Monarch?
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
Interesting information. I'm guessing you're not in here? Did access? Why did he... So he just opened it for me so people don't get... But it's still... Oh no. We are allowed. Here. Ew, what the fuck? Look at this. Ew, what the...
There it is. Just yank the drive and I'll do the rest.
There we go. Confiscated goods. Modified pistol jug. Hatchet, metal hop, prayer beads. Locked container. But before we could get down to it, left his things behind, so they're stored in the back of the security station until the idiot shows his face again, which is likely to be never. That was him. Security logs. Hawthorne's ship impounded by order of Udom Bedford. Still no clue why Hawthorne associates with the board snake. With that board snake. Moon Kid, raving mad, warned me that the moon was gonna bring about the end times. Go.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
Perception? You hesitated there, Vicar. What aren't you telling me?
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
This all seems awfully convenient.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Do it again?
Oh, it's nothing.
I think I failed the skill check, but it's kind of weird that I did. Oh, we are not even... Oh, we are allowed in here. Prayer beads. Shit, maybe I should have used them. Can I use them now?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like. Something vexing you, Captain?
Look at this. Return to... I want you to wait for me on the ship. So you can actually do that and probably like switch the companions. So, on a quest?
Yes, I've been meaning to discuss exactly that. Now that we know where the scholar is, when will we be searching him out?
I just as I can be pro. Fuck. Maybe I should have... I don't know. Getting those beats earlier would make sense. I just robbed them of everything. It's not even stealing? What? Really? This has to be stealing next to them, right? Crazy that the other side it wasn't stealing.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Oh.
Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed.
And unemployed. Oh no, that's the worst.
Ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking citizens. You've been listening to Halcyon News, your mandated duty as a good citizen of Halcyon.
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would shut down.
Third bunch. Rest and go keycar. How can I tell if people see me or... Like, he's sleeping, but the other one? He's not really looking at me, but... How do I reach that? Oh. I get in there. God, Rena. It doesn't care. Oh, now you can. It's a restricted area.
Well, well, well. What fine treasures might await us in here?
Outlaw squad leader. Oh shit. The fuck? I reached some secret place. Kinda want to shrink someone. You have a mech? Got him. Repair hangar keycard. Mechanical. I mean, like, this machine gun is so strong it's not worth using anything else, right? Okay, you can have over 1,000. Good to know. stealth skills. See, this is only one. Wait, one. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this. It's worth carrying this because it weights one, and you can always equip it for stealth skills. And this is like 2.5. Yeah, that's why those are good to have. Oh, this looks like a vault. Service hour. An entire secret location. Prismatic hammer.
Now, I don't say this lightly, but that is a work of sheer universal beauty.
Weapon from the void. That's the side quest I found before. That's the hammer. Logs. Discovery. While rummaging through the back base, I discovered a very old hammersmith crate that seemed to have been sealed for a very long time. A bit of elbow grease and determination pried it open, but I couldn't make heads or tails of my discovery, a prototype hammer. Didn't know Hammersmith actually made hammers, but I brought it to my lab for a closer look. How strangely it glows. The trail of its wake lingers even when my eyes are closed. Mystery. I've spent more time on the hammer. Its internal workings are state-of-art, thermal, electrical, and chemical systems all working in harmony. How is this even possible? The weapon is a breakthrough in circuitry and engineering, and many of its systems appear rigged against tampering. There is a curious energy signature swirling about the weapon, though I have yet to identify the source. There is tastes of copper, and I have lost several teeth. Troubles. I have had the most sublime prismatic dreams since I've invited the hammers into my bedchamber. Never mind that for now. Good news first. The energy signatures matches blonde diodes and elusive N-rays raised the hammer's elemental properties to 4: shock, plasma, corrosion, and radiation. Now for the bad. In my attempts to nurture the self-destruct functionality, I inadvertently caused a small fire. The hammer's manual control may never function again. Swinging it seems to be the only way of cycling through the elemental modes. Oh, so each time you hit it, like changes the mode. That's cool. I must take greater care with my future experiments. I've taken the liberty of locking myself in the workshop. My tinkerings were all for naught. This is not prototype. I am simply too flawed to recognize its perfections. The hammer is a lesson, a symbol. It whispers to me that disorder rules all things. But with a little ambition, we can harness that power. Only by inflicting chaos upon others can we transmute this disorder into harmony. And that is a lesson Halcyon is not ready to hear. Is it like the quest finished now? I think so. I'll search for clues. Black market vendors on Groundbreaker and Fallbrook. Apparently he had success in past finding rare items using such sources, purchasing old logs or data archives these vendors might lead to. Over to find more science weapons. But I got both. Search for clues. Maybe there's more, but I think I already got both. Oh, so it's gonna be in his room now. Prayer beads. Prismatic hammer. Look at this. That's a science weapon. 200 melee. Special effect knockdown. Hammersmith was working on a hammer weapon, the Pulse Hammer, when its rival company, Aramid Ballistic stole the plans, rushed into developments and beat them to market, all the while ridiculing Hammersmith with a marketing campaign about them having no hammers in their weapon line. Hammersmith executives demanded the ultimate hammer to be produced, but this prototype was so expensive that it never entered production. Worth 375. Guess it can't apply mods to it. It's only 76 DPS. That's kind of weird when it's like. I mean, it's only level 7 though. But it's kind of weird how some weapons are like so much stronger. Look, now it's plasma. Now it's the shock. I think that's the N-ray. That's cool. Yeah. Well, now it's nothing. Okay, so it only... I think now it's nothing, it's just like physical damage. That's a cool one. Look, I look badass. This. I'm just gonna keep the shrink ray in there for memes. So I guess we are done in here. Or not. Tremor cleaver. Okay, nothing else. Leave here. Oh.
This is how.
Whoa! I didn't expect that in
Try
this
not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Key free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO. Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
Slap your family tonight. I didn't expect that in this ship. Holy. Oh my god, so many ways to go. They're torturing me. Writer crew. What's the bar?
Look, can I get you a caffeinoid or something?
I plan to go through all the colors of Spectrum vodka tonight.
Swell. I'll set out a bucket for you to puke into.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing.
Don't suppose you know a way I could get to Stellar Bay on Monarch?
Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corpse pulled back to Terra 2.
You know why?
It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be board propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. but I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up.
Anything interesting?
Some big shot down in Byzantium's holding auditions for a new adventure serial. So yay, another 6 of those next season.
About this heat issue, I heard people complaining. I already know.
The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it.
Engineering. Sounds like you might have an issue with your thermal control system.
Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse.
Who's in charge of fixing it?
Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up.
Yeah, I can do something about it.
That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering.
What do you know about her?
There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that.
Right.
Nothing you need and everything you want.
Nothing you need and everything you want. We have one bolter pistol already. So let's keep the hammer because why not? It's a rare one. So I guess. Oh, one stealth skills and no. Same one. Like I would be going through this like crazy if I was playing on the Supernova. I have like no point in using those for the most part. Good one. Like the fights are so fast on this difficulty, it's like not even. You can't like bind to a, you know, like 7, 8, 9, something like that. Different buff stuffs. Just oh yeah, and so holy shit, I had a lot of giggity. Gotcha. Oh, it's not stealing? Okay, keep puking.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal
God, here
equation,
we go again.
also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
60 hacking. I don't think I can reach 60. We need 22, right? Yeah, 22 is out of my reach, I think. Yeah, probably. Could go like up to 15 maybe, potentially.
This is Halcyon News.
Rest and go. Racer's choice.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Well, what do you want to do in that room?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
I'm looking for Gladys.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
How's life in Groundbreaker?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
And I think I'm gonna start skipping some of the dialogue because you can ask the same stuff other people and like maybe they're gonna say it differently, but you mentioned Sublight or the board, yeah. I'm gonna ask about merchants though.
Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna like ask them all about the same thing because like the lady at the bar, for example, I could ask about the same stuff I was asking before, so. So many music boxes. That's the only item that does a different like noise when pick it up.
Hey, Mr. Vicar. Do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? For that ocean stink?
No, I do not.
You're supposed to say yes and go on to explain why. I just want to have a conversation.
Of course you do.
I served on 2 corporate writers before I got stranded here. Everyone's heard my sob story, but no one's listening. Damn, I'm just background radiation. Butter's turn. Wasn't my fault that Captain decided to take off early. Wasn't my fault no one checked the crew manifest. Wasn't my fault they replaced me with a full timer. Now I'm filthy, bitless, and bedless. As far as anyone's concerned, I'm Groundbreaker trash. That's how I live. And if no one agrees to take me on as crew, I suppose that's how I'll die. Okay. Think. Are you here, Mr. Homeless Man? Where am I going? There's so many ways to go on the ship. Shh. Not supposed to be here. Ball rake. Look at their clothes. They look as the... Oh, that's cool. You actually see them as... Look at me! This is crazy. Oh my god, this game had... The attention to detail. That's so funny. We all look like the... Oh my god, this game, I love it. This is my game of the year already, I think. Like, Death Stranding. That's gonna be a hard choice, man. Like, Death Stranding could be the game of the year for many people, but like, I'm definitely gonna enjoy it. Still have no idea what it's all about. Some just like tiny bits of information. And I try not to watch any trailers that come out right now because it's so close to being released. We're gonna be playing on release. But yeah, this hits my spot. Like it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy in my heart. Like I feel like I'm a little kid playing Fallout 1 and 2 right now. So we need tech skills. Could actually this too, right? I have to remember what those were. Mind attributes. Sure. Yeah. Always.
You're a deft hand with a mag pick.
It seemed like they were normal guards, but they would get pissed off that you know, I was in the restricted area. The red arrows kind of made me think that it's like just enemies. Because apparently there's enemies on the ship. Like, I don't even know if I start shooting here, anyone's gonna get mad at me. What is this? Oh, Gladys. Oh?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought.
The hell? When he sent me, he said you could sell me a nav kit to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
10,000? Oh, what the? I was about to say I have cash, but I kinda want to do the quest. Now I have to do the quest. Lady, what the hell are you adding to those cookies that you need 10,000? No one's ever found my bits lacking. Tell me about this opportunity.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No qualms here, let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
How was it abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Ain't no more, man.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates.
We do that later on.
If you should find a
First
secret worth selling,
deal with side quests here.
might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Abundant outpost, corporate secrets, got it.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
What other jobs do you know about?
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
That's cool, you can get a quest from like multiple people. Let's trade.
I've got a lovely little throw pillow. Just something I toss together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Oh, a lot of locked stuff because we don't have the trust. Wizard's spine. Look at this. Bleed, but it's like mid ballistic. Those, I don't know what kind of damage it is, like plasma or something. Acid. Pistol. Dash. Nothing special, nothing. This is cool though. Oh. An old datapad once used by Groundbreaker's murdered security forces from the accumulated dust and grime. This hasn't been accessed for over a decade. Look at this. 480. Salvager's helper. Mag to melt, corrosion. Look at the damage on this one. What? Too bad it's a handgun. Quite expensive too. I don't know if those are worth buying. Mining outposts, Scylla. I feel like this is worth buying. This one? Sure. Data. Congress will have to purchase old data pads in hope of finding clues to forgotten caches or goods they can sell. Old data pad contains incidents, reports from various murdered security patrols. Lost hope. Vera asked us to bounce some Back Bay rat that got himself soaked in spectrum red. Drunk and Fool got into a scuffle with one of the engineer's tenuous people. We tossed the wrangle leech back down the base. Asshole fought us the entire way, telling us we would be sorry once he controlled the hammer's power. Oh my god, I already got that. If there's some... Underrun it with the wrangle from Lost Hope. Weapons, chaotic beauty. That's the same thing. I already got this entire message. Money. The other thing might be. Damn, that pistol is good. We have to look for those like epic, one-of-a-kind guns. It's crazy that I could just shoot them all on the ship. I love how like truly RPG this game is. Bullshit. Talk. Don't even know who that is. Couldn't see. Now he has a name. Hey.
Now see here, What was I doing again?
Hello. Read this? I think hacking is gonna get me in trouble when he's looking at me. Pay to view movies. A big candid friend. Nunner Spunk 7 Primal Affections. To view cereals. Baking with Edna. Space Hospital. Don't forget to see Space Hospital Nights for steamy suspense. Am I gonna get you in trouble for that? Be careful. Galactic mushroom is an acceptable flavor for a Rizo beverage. Okay, I don't get angry.
Even the air costs money here.
Okay. Rest and go kart. That's it? Okay.
This is Halcyon News. We
14. Advanced skills. It's 14. Oh, it doesn't have -2. Oh, it's a medium armor. It doesn't have -2 stealth. It's kind of cool. Defense skill. 14 armor at level 9. Oh. Good then. Never mind.
You've been flying the outer systems route lately? Deader and a
This
space
town is so
manticore out
big,
there.
Jesus.
Traffic's down all over. Even the inners are holding on to their manufacture. Exports are way down.
I know one crew, their skip drive burned out. Couldn't get a new one for love nor money. Ended up selling the ship for scrap.
Steel Deadeye assault rifle.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
The benefit of modifying my weapons? That's a
Why, it
stupid
gets
question.
you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy
I hate this guy.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire.
Oh, that's interesting. Fire. Does modifying a weapon void the warranty?
A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRA and TIES tops the list. So, what can I get you?
She has mods she doesn't want to sell. N-Rape magazine. Doesn't sell the mods she was talking about. Scammed. Rifles. She's not even selling the gun she has on the table. That's weird. Deadeye assault rifle. I wanted that. She's not selling it. God damn it. How many ways to go?
I was wondering what they do with their waste.
Oh.
I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go? How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch. Okay?
Oh. Frankie got a lead on some local salvage. One of the Groundbreaker's old hangars was bricked over until someone found it by poking around the stevedore's quarters. Lilia gave us the go-ahead to plant her flag once we clear out the new arrivals. I'm sending you to scout, look for a loose panel. You got to climb on top of their bunks and head towards the back wall. I did it there. Back, she's thinking they're being tailed. Oh, they were.
Deft hands, Cap.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
Should have used just my machine gun. Level up, nice. Heavy machine gun. And just open this get XP.
Great work.
From this side. Okay. Guess we keep going stealth. We have those at 40s. This is at 40s. Nice, we have 40 lock picking, that's great. It's in 40 hacking. Restricted items in vending machine. Okay, so we have those at 40. Those two. Order companions to do special attacks. Maybe it's worth. Oh, be more worth at the highest difficulty. We could just keep going ranged. Nice ability to leap, dodge forward, dodge distance, harm of status effect. When using a melee weapon, this wouldn't hurt, but I kinda don't want to waste my points. Corrosion damage and ray damage. That's actually really nice science. Since your repair will become pristine. That's like okay. Heavy weapon reload speed. Long guns headshot weak spot damage. Minimum armor penetration damage. Let's go add some points in the range. Shit in. I seem perfect. What is this?
I've seen you limping a bit. You alright, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Someone's locked in there. That's an interesting enemy type. I'm in work order. Lost Hope's plumbing is acting up again. Oh, we're here. Oh. Well, so I guess that's for sneaking past them? It's a weird shortcut.
If you can hear me, please hurry. The toilet's overflowed on me at least twice.
Wow.
Thank you, stranger. Shit, ain't that a relief? You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells. until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet. Thanks again, friend.
What happened?
What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually 2 things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me.
How long were you in there?
Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh, could have been days. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft. You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is?
Intimidation, persuade. Are you going to pay up or are you going to stand here smelling like shit?
Fine. Here's every bit I've got. That enough for you? Or do you want my shit-covered clothes as well?
Alright. Don't tempt me, I'm considering the possibilities.
You're a sick man. I never should have come here.
Oh my god, he has shit on him. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. Okay, I don't see a reason going in there.
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real grouchy. Kinda all the time?
I'm not grouchy, I'm just irritated by inane questions.
Yeah, see, when you say it like that, it makes me wonder.
Awesome. I love all of those, you know, hidden things, and it's like my biggest wet dream and my biggest nightmare too. Because like it's gonna take me forever to complete this game. I'm not like only going for... Some people go for main quests only. I just go for each item and corner, and like they reward you for looking around in this game for sure. That's it. Okay.
This is Halcyon News.
When might we expect you out here again? Canned surfish is already sold out again.
Oh, that's the moon, man.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
Ever been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
Oh, don't go looking into it.
If you did, that'd be good, actually. They could use the help.
And if you do, please don't mention us.
I'd have to go over my contract, but I don't think I'm allowed to leave Groundbreaker. Or this stall. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. everyone will love you for using it, too.
True. I've got to ask about your hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
Speak up, I can't hear you. Where can I get a hat like yours?
You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon.
You doing alright in there?
Oh, I'm having a stellar day. Not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony.
You have to sleep with that on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar
I love
Eclipse
the
mix.
dialogue.
That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
Does Spacer's Choice make you wear that?
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Do you need me to help get you out of there?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it. I think it's
God.
part of me now. Now, are you ready to make
The voice acting
Spacer's
is
Choice
on point.
Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
I am addressing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, it may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Feels bad, man. Sorry if I pushed you too hard, Martin.
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
Let's see what you
Have a look.
Oh, he sells Moonman helmets? Lie +5. He actually sells them. Corrosion. Thanks. You asked for it, you got it. A genuine Spacer's Choice Moonman helmet, based on the most popular mascot in SC marketing history engine. Costume accessory. costume access. Does it mean I can wear it like a... But it has stats. I think it's still a helmet. Costume. Lock. Nation. Intimidate. Lock. It's gonna take a while until we like find better gear than I have. I don't really want to. That's a pristine one. I don't really want to spend cash on this. It's cool that there is a helmet like. It's just costume accessory, but. This says helmet. This doesn't say like this says helmet, it doesn't say helmet, this says costume accessory. I think it's still a helmet. Look at this, we are getting like a high discount.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear? You can't get me out of there.
Oh, that's the girl from the trailers.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Maybe I can look?
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Medical skills, huh?
Something I can help you with?
Like to see Jesse Doyle.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. Requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
Perception. The record says, have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear.
Oh.
Supplies are hard to come by out here.
If we help out, you mean?
We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff.
I can help, maybe.
We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
Maybe if we help them, I'll be able. Or I can go in there?
Good luck getting to Jessie, and better luck if you do. She's a real piece of work.
Wait, let's... Can just get in here? Oh, that's restricted area.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
What did he say? Told me to tell you to get off his ass about your shipment. Won't be coming soon.
He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
Who's Irion?
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
I don't think that's the toilet guy. Try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
That's interesting. Now we're gonna have to like... Oh, it kicked me out of the conversation. We're gonna like, you know, have to go to one place to get the quest and then fly to other place. There's no... Oh, we could... It's not even like locked. But you would have to walk past her and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to like save scam and shit. I'm just gonna help them out and probably then they're gonna let me in.
Good luck getting to Jesse.
I'm not gonna be safe scamming and like trying to see if I can get there or not. Waste disposal. Was I there before? This? Oh yeah, I think I was. Okay, so we're getting farther and farther. Notes. Situation. Impounded. Okay. Go this way first. Oh, this looks like the character from Speedrunner's game.
CNP Borstworth.
Users. One man. Kills bad man. One guy.
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbrel?
The pirate ship? I don't go in for docu-serials.
The bounty hunter who's been after them, Fuller? She had an ambush set up on Hephaestus. The pirates came in to dump a bunch of loot on some broker they work with.
Whose loyalty did Fuller buy to spring the ambush? Very adventure serial. They catch the pirates?
No. They blew the fucking dock up, punched a hole in the ceiling and got blasted out into space. One of the camera crews got smashed by debris. Fuller damn near lost a leg.
Good law. You couldn't pay me enough to take bounty hunting work.
We still have like all of those shops to go around. I think I'm gonna